done. Said I passed Bron Baker in round one. Ain't it funny? Was passive, outlasted. Then against Heather Smith, no chance as if. RLZ community, all me daily. The Twitter killer, no team illa. 2 pods, 2 YouTube channels. Been hot for a long time. Jason is the handle. Bookkeeping side hustle, redhead, left for dead. Cap got capped, and I took a victory lap. Lazanis ain't like me. He just mad because I tell it how it is, and he running out of battery. Welcome, students, to the 2024 Accountant Bracket Challenge 2024 tournament. We have 3 beautiful guests with me today. They let the janitor run loose in the gymnasium here today, and I apologize ahead of time in case anything messes up. We do not have our IT department with me, so I'm running the show here today. They're running the asylum. The inmates are running the asylum. Is that what's going on?
That's it.
So Randy Crabtree is here with me today to participate and in the place of Byron, but also he's on the hot seat in the tournament. Randy's got a key matchup in the conference bracket. See what's up.
Stop saying hot seat. You're getting me nervous.
You're all in the hot seat. I am too. I got a matchup this week as well.
Oh, yeah.
We got Randy Crabtree, Serena Shoup of the Ambitious Bookkeeper in the hot seat today as well. Going up against Earmark in the course bracket. And we have Shay Z, Sharam Zarshinas, representing Financial Sense in one of the most contested matchups of the tournament. It's going to be beautiful. It's going to be amazing. Students, thank you for joining us today. We're live. I'm going to go ahead and share. Actually, you know what? We're going to start with a quick little message from one of our...
Hey there, amazing Tax Plan IQ community. This is Jackie Meyer, your go-to tax revolutionary and the passionate founder and president of Tax Plan IQ. I'm reaching out with some pretty exciting news. Thanks to your incredible support, we are currently leading in the high stakes bonus tax bracket of the Accounting High tournament. But here's the twist. There's a razor thin margin. So every single vote counts, and now is more crucial than ever to get us into the next round. So we're on the brink of something really big. I've put my heart and soul into this product, and I'm so thankful for all of you that have voted and that continue to vote. But please go to Accounting High's Bracket Challenge and cast your vote. All you need is a LinkedIn login to do so. And fingers crossed we get to that next round.
Dope. Thanks, Jackie. We're going to start us off with the tax bracket today and see if Jackie advanced. Tax Plan IQ v. Avalera.
Ooh.
Sorry, Jackie Meyer. Avalera is advancing in our bonus bracket. And Stanford Tax, our sponsor of the tournament, please go check out Stanford Tax because they are no longer in the tournament as well. Sorry to see them go. But Intuit Pro Connect and Avalera are competing for the champions of the tax bracket. Now, how many of our panelists here today were interested to see the results of this tax bracket?
I was interested. I mean, I know Jackie pretty well, so I wanted to see how. And actually, I can't think of his name, but the Stanford tax guy, I just had him on the podcast recently. Dan, that's right.
Dan Berholtz.
Great guy. So I was kind of pulling for those two.
I was as well. These were 2 of my dear favorites, but sorry to see them both go. Anybody else?
I'm interested to see Avalera and ProConnect go head to head. That should be a pretty close one.
Yeah, I'm surprised ProConnect was them and Drake were the only tax preparations because most people are using UltraTax, I thought. At least maybe I just thought that because we use UltraTax. UltraTax didn't even make it in. So...
Well, I should put a disclaimer. Sorry, Serena. I am on the Intuit Tax Council, so I probably have to throw that disclaimer out there.
Yeah. Well, they have a few tax products. They also have TurboTax, which was in the bracket last year. TurboTax, unfortunately, didn't make it. But let's move on. Tax is not the most exciting, but look, it's tax season.
Oh
Here
yeah.
Here we are. We're starting early here. Well,
I'm watching the sweat. That's Sharam. All right.
I'm going for now. Mind you, Keeper scored 100 votes in the first round.
Whoa.
Oh wow.
405 to 197. Client Hub. Sad to see you go. I got one more video. I'm gonna switch over to our live video, and we're gonna say bye to Client Hub for the tournament.
Good morning. It's a beautiful March morning here in North Central Florida. On behalf of the whole Client Hub team, I want to thank everybody that nominated Client Hub for the Accounting High Bracket Challenge. We are honored to be part of this amazing event here. And now what we need you to do is get out there and vote.
All right. Well, we can't vote for anyone, but thank you. Thank you, Judy at Client Hub. Sorry to see you guys go. Great entry into the tournament. First year entry into Client Hub. But yeah, they've got a really nice prize to give away. Client Hub's going to be giving away a $100 Amazon card. So stay tuned for that at the end. Thank you for that. All right. This matchup. Financial Sense versus Carbon. Last year, Carbon took it out. Carbon won last year. They advanced to the Sweet 16. This is a matchup, a repeat matchup of last year. And all day yesterday, it was either tied or one team was up and then the other one by like 1 or 2 votes. Back and forth, back and forth. Wake up this morning and...
Need a drum roll.
Oh.
Boom.
Congrats.
I had already asked Sharam to be on, so I didn't know if he won or not. This was not like staged or anything. Yeah. Typically, I usually have the people that lose on. That's usually what goes down. But I had no idea who's going to win this one. What you think? You put up a good fight here.
Yeah, that was close. I was nervous, especially when you asked me to join. I was like, well, I hope we win.
That would be embarrassing.
Yeah, it's good to see so much support from our customers. I mean, I've really enjoyed being a part of this bracket challenge, and I think we lost last year, like you said, so this will be fun to go head to head in the next round.
You get to go up against Keeper next round, so
yeah,
let's
fun. They're doing really well.
Yeah, Keeper's been doing very well in the tournament. They got to color the practice bracket, so their colors the banner here since they were the 1 seed overall. Keeper Financial Sense in the 3rd round. It's gonna be it's gonna be a close race. Let's just say we all know how many points or how many votes they got last time, but that changes when the competition changes. So yeah. We'll see how it shapes up next round. But get your votes in next round for either Keeper or Financial Sense in the Sweet 16. Congratulations, Sharam. Do you got anything to say to your fans? You got to thank these people who voted you in.
Yeah, I just want to thank everyone for being a part of this. I mean, everything we do is for our customers. I mean, we rely on you guys to help build the product, to create a great community, and you guys are helping us get through this competition. So thank you guys for voting.
Dope. Well, got another pretty interesting matchup. I mean, when you think of GLs in the U.S., I mean, there are only 2. Serena, what do you use at your practice?
100% zero.
100% zero as well. We met at ZeroCon, actually, didn't we? Yeah.
We did.
Yeah. Unfortunately, ZeroCon didn't make it into the conference bracket, Randy, so they couldn't go up against you. But man, I bet you hope they did go up against you because their voters did not show up. Their voters did not show up.
Oh, all right.
But man, QuickBooks is token in at 420. Yeah, QuickBooks taking the token the win here.
Score after your own heart.
That could be the most votes that anybody received, but I could be wrong in this round.
400s, yeah?
Keeper was 405.
Okay.
So.
Wow.
But yeah. So QuickBooks advances, and QuickBooks is going up against their little baby brother or son. I guess Right Tool would be an offspring of QuickBooks because it wouldn't exist without QuickBooks. Hector Garcia doesn't exist without QuickBooks. So what's up, Hector? I'm just kidding. The Bookkeep, though, did make it into the second round. They didn't even make it into the tournament last year. So this is a brand new entry. Allison Ball, newly on the team. They drafted her in the offseason. They brought her on, and she's done wonders for their marketing department. She's also brought them into this tournament. So sad to see both them and Zero go, but it should be an interesting matchup, this Right Tool versus QuickBooks. What do you guys think?
Well, I'm always so conflicted because, like, I know people at all of these places. It's like I want them all to win, but I'm pretty happy for Hector. Hector's a great guy, so.
So it's a 3 seed and a 2 seed going head to head in this bracket. Not an upset at all. These are all the teams we expected to be there, I would think. What do you guys think? Anybody have any predictions here?
I think Right Tool is going to take it. I mean, I know they got less votes last round, but it's a popular tool. Everyone loves it, and I don't know.
I agree with the Right Tool.
Right Tool. So this is what that bracket looks like. If Financial Sense were to advance and Right Tool were to also advance, and we had 2 upsets on this side, then Right Tool would go up against Financial Sense potentially. I don't think you want that. They've got some strong support.
They do
coming in. But Keeper,
yeah, it'd be cool to get that far though.
It would be cool. It would be cool. Unfortunately, though, Keeper is my pick to win it all. I think Keeper's got the momentum. They got the votes. But what do I know?
You know, when I was looking at these today a little bit, I looked at Keeper and I looked at Right Tool. I just wanted to look up a little information. The very first thing that pops out at you is Jason Stad's video on both of their websites.
I've seen it. I saw it on 3 in a row when it was during nominations. And I'm looking up some of these new tools or just some of the things that were nominated. And then boom, he's on Keeper. And then boom, he's on another one. And then boom, he's on this one. He's got a full house. So I'm glad that you mentioned that because he was also up against Accounting High this week. And I don't know if this is humiliating or humbling.
I think he must have won, huh? All right.
286 to 179. So it's I don't know. Admittedly, I'm in a weird place here because I didn't want to just promote Accounting High. I'm already promoting the tournament, and I want everybody else to win, like you, Randy. I'm cheering for everybody here. So, yeah, it wasn't pretty. It wasn't.
I think that's a pretty good showing for Accounting High, though, with the number of votes that Jason got in the first round as well.
He did get, we kept him under, let's just say we kept him under 300.
Exactly.
We did something there. We played a part. So, Serena, I think you went up against the Cloud Accounting Podcast last year. It was the Cloud Accounting Podcast last year. You were Ambitious Bookkeeper in the podcast bracket, but now we have a newcomer, Michelle Weinstein, who stomped her way into the tournament. She got 20 nominations immediately. She was a front runner in the beginning. She still crushed it in the second round, or in the first round. But round 2 couldn't quite do it. And dude, did she keep it close?
Yeah,
but
good for her.
Michelle,
for a while. I'm surprised she wasn't in the tournament last year.
She was not in the tournament last year. And yes, she's been around for a while, but she didn't know about the tournament last year. It just never hit her radar. She found out about it afterwards. We did a varsity special at Accounting High, how to make the varsity team. So we've hung out before since, and then she paid attention this year and she did her thing. Congratulations to Michelle. Let's quickly go live. We got something piping into the live feed here. Oh, here we go.
Hey everybody, just want to say thank you so much for the nominations for the Abundant Accountant podcast in the Accounting High bracket. We can't wait to make it to the Final Four, so just wanted to say thank you so much. And please make sure to continue to nominate us so we can get to the next round. And again, it's the Abundant Accountant Podcast. I'm Michelle Weinstein, and I hope you tune in.
Peace out, Michelle. Sorry to see you go.
You know, she was the very first podcast that interviewed me before I started my podcast.
Oh.
When I first started my brand. So kudos to her.
Cool.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I love Michelle. She's good people. So
person.
let's take a look at this content bracket. And we have Jason's stats going up against Blake and David of the Accounting Podcast.
That one's going to be close. They both have some loyal followers.
Yeah.
They do. I'm predicting Jason's going to win on that, though. He just seems to be rolling through right now.
It hurts Randy's heart to see the unique CPA. Randy, at least unique CPA made it on there, right? Like, I'm not going to
that's
gloat
right.
that we beat you in the first round, but
Well, last year we made it to the second round and again had to go against the Accounting High podcast, and we lost in the second round.
as long as I'm running this tournament, I think Accounting High will go up against Randy in some way, shape, or form. Some way. So I love it. I love it. But we have a new bracket in the challenge this year, and it is the course bracket. And thank you for having a course, Serena, because you made it into the first ever course bracket. Yeah.
Thank you to all my nominators.
Thank you to everybody who nominated you. You're going up against another powerhouse, a 2 seed in Earmark. And again, I invited you without knowing if you'd win today or not. So hot seat here.
Okay, drum roll.
Oh, wow.
Dang.
Upset alert. Whoop,
Yes.
whoop, 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 whoop.
Nice. Congrats.
Awesome. That is so cool. I was not expecting it to be close at all. I was like, they're going to blow me right out of the water. Like, it's not even going to be a thing. But thank you. Thank you. I don't have a recording, but I'm here live to thank you people.
Yeah.
That's so awesome.
Yeah, I'm so glad that you are live on here. This is fantastic. And you know, it's a little stretch because Earmark itself isn't a course, but Earmark has courses and they have, you know, CPE and all that. So I felt like they were the shoe-in in this. I thought they were going to stomp everybody, but this is a big surprise, and it's a welcome surprise to see Serena advance and to be live with us too. This is fantastic.
Thank you. Super awesome. Which, by the way, you can also hear my podcast on the Earmark and get CPE for it.
There you go. Yeah, we're all commingling here in this whole tournament. So the other newcomer here, 2 newcomers, Royal Wise and Kitchen Table, are both brand new to the tournament, not brand new forever. And we'll see in the results of this that we have an OG. Kitchen Table is a baby in this. So she's still, Ashley Francis is awesome. Her product is super dope. Everything she does is dope. It was so great to see you in the tournament, but peace out. Kitchen Table Automations. Royal Wise advances to the next round. And there we go. Ambitious Bookkeeper is going to have to go against what I'm going to now call a juggernaut because they got 300 votes.
Yeah.
This is going to be some stiff competition there.
244 against 215, though, against Earmark. That's pretty good. So in the next round, I got a feeling it's going to be pretty even there. It's going to be a tough match.
You took out the 2 seed. So
that's awesome.
A 10 seed in the Sweet 16. That's our, I believe it's our highest so far, for sure.
Oh, my audience really showed up for me. Thanks, guys.
They did, yeah. Well, first they showed up against your best friend. Care to tell us, give a shout out to the Workflow Queen too. She's first time. Yeah.
Yeah. She is my, like, one of my very closest friends. We met because we both started doing this course thing back in like 2019, 2020. And we collaborate a bunch. We are actual friends, and a lot of the audience were very upset that they had to vote for one or the other.
That was a close match. She was leading. That was actually a lead change after halftime. That was one of the only lead changes.
I was slacking, and I wasn't even really going to promote it. And then I was like, well, she's into the competition thing, so I'm gonna show her.
And you did. So you could have been out, but then you ended up taking that momentum into the second round, taking out the 2 seed, and now going up against the Royals. So we'll see, but maybe you could be going up against Stats here, so you'll know what it feels like. you'll get a little taste of that.
I've been up against the accounting podcast, Cloud Accounting Podcast. Too,
That's true.
so
That's true.
know how that
But you've already know their weaknesses. You know where to strike on that front. So
does Jason even have any weaknesses?
Well,
he
the
even have
one
any-
weakness is I don't know if he's real or not. I think he actually might be AI, and so maybe somehow you can get into that AI algorithm and then change him somehow.
Oh no, he was definitely at ZeroCon, wasn't he?
Yes, I've seen him
met
in
him.
person. I've
I've
met
met
his
him.
kids. Yeah.
Yeah, plenty of times, but still could be robot.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay. Yeah. Synthetic. Yeah. He's synthetic. He's like the Cylons, right? So let's move on to another matchup that was so last year. One of the best parts of the tournament was when Stats actually got involved when he decided to put his hat in the ring and start paying attention, and that was when he went up against Lozanis. Well, he did a little something for Blake and David, but it was up against Lozanis, and there was a Twitter war. There was like the Twitter thread. I don't know if anybody remembers the Lozanis files, but I played a little bit in the rap and I talked about Lozanis running on a battery and all that. It was hilarious. So last night I'm on Twitter and I get a bunch of alerts and I'm like looking on there, and then I see this image, and I would actually like to share it or play it, but I'm not capable of that right now. Byron's not here. If he was here. So it's somebody smacking Guy from Ignition upside the head, and he's fallen onto his foosball table, and then I see a big image of Relay behind it, and I was like, oh wow. And then I see something else pop up, and it's a big image of Yusuf from Relay, and he's talking about going to vote for Ignition, and so then I see that spit in mud, and then another thing comes out with it was like a meme of Shaq dunking on somebody, but it was Guy from Guy's face plastered on Shaq, and then the other guy that was getting dunked on was Yusuf. So it was just back and forth Twitter war. This matchup was pretty close all the way. It was tied at halftime, and Ignition took it. These are our sponsors from last year too. Both of our sponsors from last year, but Ignition did not sponsor it this year, and they came in and they came to win, and now they have advanced to the Sweet 16. Congratulations, Ignition, but congratulations to Relay for putting up a fight. That was a close match. You don't score. You don't score 300 points on Relay. Nope. They're gonna hold into it. So Ignition is going to go up against Gusto.
Wow.
In the money bracket. So last year it was Bill up against Gusto in the second round. Dex showed up but did not play to win.
How far did Gusto make it last year? They made
Final
it
4.
That's what I thought.
They lost to Uncat in the Final 4.
All right. I had a feeling they were going to have a big win today. So, see, Rachel's not been at desk long enough. As soon as she gets the word out more, then they'll do a much better next year.
Yeah, next year. Shout out to Rachel Fish at Dext. Let's move on to the utility bracket. So we have another parent-child matchup here. I would assume this is actually I'll show the tournament bracket after. So LiveFlow doesn't exist without Google Sheets. It's not an Excel plugin. This is a Google Sheets plugin, right? Like LiveFlow came in to this tournament. They came to play for sure. And they're going up against their parents this week. So, and their parents told them who was boss. Man. Yeah, I guess all the voters that showed up said, yeah, but I was with Google before I was with LiveFlow.
Yeah.
That score.
Yeah. And it
Would-
doesn't work really with zero yet. So
Right,
I'm all
right, right.
zero
Yeah.
house, so.
That's why I've never even used live flow. I'm a zero house too. So yeah, that one. Google fans were not playing around this year. Google almost put up 400 against them, but oof, 135. That was not a strong showing. And Fathom up against ChatGPT. ChatGPT first time in the tournament. Does everybody think there? Yeah.
Good showing. I
I'm
mean,
surprised
I
so
use
many
it all the
accountants
time.
use it.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah. That's
Yeah, I'm not
awesome.
surprised. I think ChatGPT is the killer app.
Have they been consistent throughout the whole tournament, like putting up close to 400?
No, no. First round they won, but it wasn't like and I'll show you in a minute. But I just wanted to go back and I didn't reveal this after. So it's the Gusto Ignition matchup that we all wanted to see. I think that will be interesting in the money bracket to see who makes it out.
It's a good one.
Yeah. Yeah. So ChatGPT was up against Slack, and I think a lot of people like Slack, so it was pretty close in the first round. Fairly. I don't have the scores right here, but Fathom, they really crushed Reach in the first round, but all their voters turned on them in this one. Same with LiveFlow. Everybody that came to support LiveFlow showed up for Google. So Google's got a lot of fans. Let's
So Chat had 345 to 276 in the first round was their winning margin.
So I don't know who will make it out of this alive. I mean, the ChatGPT Google Suite, that's a tough matchup. Ignition Gusto, that's another tough one.
Any of those four, really. I can't predict who would come out of that.
Yeah, we don't have a favorite. We have no more 1 seed in here. We have no more 2 seed in here. We have no more 3 seed in here. Just the 4. So Gusto is the favorite. They're the powerhouse. They're the juggernaut. Will's going to be featured on here soon. We'll have Will Lopez on. I've been trying to get Will on, but he's been traveling, so he'll be on coming up soon. Stay tuned. And now,
Oh boy. Oh boy.
oh
No,
boy,
drum roll.
oh boy. So
Were you saving this late in the broadcast for a reason? You might think I walk out if I don't win here.
Don Brolin and Appy Camp matchup was
Oh,
so
wow.
close. So close. That was razor thin. Every few minutes, it was changing up and down, up and down. Didn't know who was like. I think Cornerstone was leading when I went to bed last night. So Appy Camp got some voters in the wee hours of the morning. They got out of their sleeping bags and the tents, and they went and voted before the voting polls closed. Appy Camp was the champ, and Randy, yeah, Don. Sorry to see Don go, but man, they did show up. They did.
Well, yeah, it's a good. So I told Dawn I would call Accounting Cornerstone Foundation the winner anyways, but I'm not going to confuse things. Appy Camp won, and I am on the board of directors of Accounting Cornerstone Foundation, so I'm a little disappointed there. I'm hoping I'm not disappointed twice.
Yeah, you're also
here.
on
We'll
the.
find.
You're also on the.
Oh!
Almost 100 points.
Double disappointment. Although I am speaking at Scaling New Heights this year for the second year in a row, so I got something there.
You got something there. Good job for getting a speaking gig out of this, but no, they showed no mercy. Randy, they showed no mercy. Heather Satterley, can everybody give a round of applause to Heather Satterley, because she is now representing 2 sides of the conference bracket here in the championship.
And Heather is actually on the Accounting Cornerstone Foundation board as well. So she was in 3 of these 4, and she's probably going to be at our conference. So she's really at 4 of these 4. So Heather just dominated this bracket.
Heather's a conference queen. She's the conference queen here. She's man in the fort at the conference bracket. She's running the show. That they put on a great Appy Camp and all of their supporters. Liz Scott, too, not to mention Liz Scott, and Joe Woodard for Scaling New Heights. Obviously, Scaling New Heights has a lot of love and support from the community. They came in with an 8 seed, first time in the tournament, but they powered into the Sweet 16. Randy, they showed no mercy. I didn't post the halftime score because it was bad at halftime too.
I was wondering. I was looking for the halftime score.
Nope,
I
nope,
was
nope.
on Joe's podcast was released today, so I'm going to have to go and do a concession
Are you
speech
going to redact
on LinkedIn over there.
Redact anything you said about them? Yeah.
No, I love Joe. I love the Heather. They're
Well,
great. So
Randy, I want to thank you for giving the opportunity for conferences to even be on the bracket. Without bridging the gap, the conference bracket wouldn't exist. You guys got enough. Without bridging the gap and Accounting Cornerstone Foundation, we wouldn't have a conference bracket because you guys got enough votes, nominations to make it into the tournament. We had to switch things up a little bit. So conferences should be getting a lot of love. That's what fosters a lot of connection and community in this whole accountant high at Accounting High, like all of the field trips and the stuff that we do outside of the school. So yeah, thank you.
Well, I'm just honored that I had 3 different things on here. So all 3 no longer competing, but at least I had an opportunity, and it's been a lot of fun.
Did you have 3?
I'm on Accounting Cornerstone Foundation.
Okay.
I'm actually, I will be picking the winners for the scholarships to Scaling New Heights in a couple weeks. So the Scaling New Heights who just beat me, I'll be picking the winners that go get the scholarships to that conference here in a couple weeks.
Oh wow, everything is all incest here. It's all interconnected somehow. All right.
Yep.
Well, I was trying to avoid that. This isn't supposed to be the winners or picking the winners here. But hey, the people have spoken. That's who advanced, and now the people have spoken. Now, speaking of alliances, Roundtable Labs, Richard Ropa, they're a powerhouse. They came in, ton of nominations. They brought a whole bunch of people into the tournament to vote for other apps too. So then apps made it into the tournament because they got a lot of support from their communities. And so they all banded together, and it's beautiful to see what's happening and what's going on here. This is all because of community. That's the cornerstone of all of it. All these communities are banding together. We're seeing a lot of new faces and a lot of new people, lots of love in here, but somebody has to lose. Somebody has to lose in this heated matchup. And did Bookkeeping Buds really come in strong? Congratulations to Cindy Schroeder and Bookkeeping Buds for advancing to the Sweet 16 in the community bracket. Great job.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sorry to see you go, Rich. Yeah,
I thought Roundtable was going to.
I thought so too. Yeah. Well, Roundtable did come in really strong, but I guess they just ran out of gas. They ran out of momentum toward the second half. It was close. It was definitely close at the half. But so Future Firm's an interesting one. They made it to the Final Four last year too, and Brian Lazanis is a powerhouse. But Bookkeeping Side Hustle, she comes to play. She comes to win, and she definitely made it to the Elite Eight last year and lost to Jason Stats. There was a line in the rap. It was Bookkeeping Side Hustle, Redhead, Left for Dead. That was I didn't mean that like in a literal sense, obviously, because she left Lazanis for dead this year.
Wow.
Peace out, Future Firm. What were you going to say, Serena?
She's not.
I was just cheering on Kate. She's definitely a good person too. I mean, so is Ryan, but she deserved this.
Well, the bookkeepers rejoice. The bookkeepers rejoice because you are controlling the community bracket. The Bookkeeping Buds and the Bookkeeping Side Hustle are going head to head in the community brackets. Congratulations to everybody who showed up and everybody who voted. But the community bracket it's taken on by storm by the bookkeepers. And now we've got a number 6 seed and a number 7 seed going head to head as to become the champions in the Accountant Bracket Challenge.
Hey, to keep tying this all together, because everything seems to be tied together, Kate is actually also on the board of the Accounting Cornerstone Foundation, and it was her idea that birthed that organization. So congratulations, Kate.
Congratulations, Kate. So, Kate, Josephine Johnson is going into the Sweet 16 with Cindy Schroeder with Bookkeeping Buds, Joe Woodard scaling new heights, and Heather Satterley and Liz Scott with Appy Camp. This is an interesting. Let's zoom out. Let's take a look at what this all means. What does this mean here? That Jason Stats could go up against Bookkeeping Side Hustle again, potentially.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There's lots
That'd
of
be a cool rematch to see.
that would be cool. I would like to see Serena make it further. Peace out, Randy. We got little Randy's face here that can no longer see. Yeah,
That's my fat face picture too. You need a new one.
Randy. That's the one that's online. I'm sorry. Yeah. Lots of potential here, lots of cool things, but we got lots and lots of prizes. So we're going to give away some prizes now. I'm going to share Byron's new tool, a prize picker. So let's give away a tri-merit, since Randy is one of the goodbye. Everybody that's leaving the tournament gives away a prize. That's sort of how I've structured it so far. So Sharam, the Yeti you're going to give away, we'll probably have to do next week. I've got 3 prizes already.
You're predicting he loses next week? Is that what you're saying?
Well,
Yeah.
I didn't say that. I may have accidentally next week or the week after, or even in the final. Yeah, in the final. I'm going to pick a winner now. I have no control over who wins or not. So let's just show you guys how this neat tool even works. So, prize picker, and now it looks Chris Chivone. Chivone. This is it's going to be hard for me here.
I think that
Chris
was
S.
the first time.
Yeah, Chris Chivone, you have won a Randy Crabtree prize pack, and that's going to be Randy. Can you tell him what he's won?
How do you know it's he?
Okay, thank you. Good call.
All right.
He or she. Yep.
It's a Trimerit package. There'll probably be a hoodie in there, a Yeti. There's definitely a Yeti in there. There'll be some swag in there that will be shipping out as soon as I get an address.
Cool. All right. So I'm gonna reset this. I will connect you guys. I'm gonna pick another winner here. This one is gonna be a Yeti from Bookkeep. Allison had mentioned that they got a Yeti to give away, and now they do. And Megan, Megan, she's probably in the audience right now. So shout out to Megan. What's up? Megan Janae Tarno has won a Yeti from Allison. This is so funny because usually it's always somebody that we know. Allison won a prize. She won a prize from Kate Josephine Johnson last year. As we gave that away, we gave away a mouse pad to Allison, and she was on the live show next week.
I got to say it. Megan also an Accounting Cornerstone Foundation board member.
This sounds
Well, they got a lot of love. Yeah, it all sounds rigged, Randy.
Giving it away, man.
There's only like 8 of us, so everybody's name keeps coming
Everybody,
up. But
yeah. Well, there's all stars.
all have 10 emails.
It's an all-star crew. Well, no, they would have to have 10 LinkedIn accounts. There's no multiple emails this year. This is keeping this is keeping everything pure. And this one, we're giving away $100 Amazon gift card. Thank you to Client Hub. That's been our best prize so far, besides the Apple Vision Pro. Mariana Alvarez. Mariana Alvarez. I think it's Mariana. Mariana Alvarez, you have won a $100 gift card from Amazon from Client Hub. I'm going to hook you up with Judy to get all that going. And I think that's it for our live show. Anybody else have anything to share for our students before we go? Thank you all for joining me.
yeah, and congrats to everybody that moved on, and congrats to everybody that competed.
Yeah.
Congrats.
Should I get a prize
Yeah, it was
package
fun.
ready?
Yeah, Serena, did you I'm not going to be presumptuous. Maybe not next week. Maybe maybe in the coming weeks. Yeah, maybe in the coming weeks. So
Got some coasters and stickers and whatnots.
yeah. So I'm just gonna
Started this bracket off
ride us
right,
out
right to a close match, race
with
tight,
this
hail right, came down to the wire,
final
we caught fire,
farewell
XL, Wagmire, round
from
two, we retired,
Accounting
round
High,
three, run the city,
the
show no
Accountant
pity,
Bracket
QB,
Challenge.
keep
Stay
no
tuned.
secrets,
Round 3 is going to be
cook the
voting
books,
live
repeat, quick votes,
within
next up,
5-10 minutes. So you can go in and vote for these round 3 matchups right now if you want. I got to go in there and hit live. Otherwise, thank you everybody for showing up. Love y'all. Peace out, homies.
Yeah.
Transaction